Greetings, viewers. You're watching English News broadcast live from our headquarters in Asmara. It's 10:30 p.m. Monday, the 9th of August, and I'm the reporter Mira Johannes. Here's a rundown of the top stories we're covering. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. News meeting on implementation of development programs. Suspected jihadists kill 40 villagers in Mali, 12 troops in Burkina Faso. Russia plans to build 51 more pieces of military infrastructure. Now are the details for the local news. 13 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out in the past 3 days at quarantine centers in the southern and central regions. Out of these, 7 patients are from quarantine centers in Ad-Ghaih 5, Dibarwa 1, and Mandafra 1, southern region. 6 patients are from quarantine centers in Asmara central region. On the other hand, 5 patients who have been receiving medical treatment in hospitals in the central region have recovered fully and have been discharged from these facilities. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly increased to 6,492, while the number of deaths stands at 35. The total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 6,589. Ministry of Health, Asmara, 9 August 2021. The National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students on August 6 conducted a 6-month activity assessment meeting on the implementation of charted-out development programs. According to the report presented at the meeting, short- and long-term training programs have been organized to about 3,000 youth with a view to develop their capacity. The report also included that various general knowledge contests have been organized aimed at developing the awareness of the youth on their country's history. The Union in the past 6 months has also conducted various activities, including supporting families of martyrs, strengthening organizational capacity of youth workers, as well as awareness-raising activities. The participants conducted extensive discussion on the report, presented and adopted various recommendations. Mr. Saleh Ahmedin, chairman of the Union, pointed out that owing to the integrated efforts on the part of the Union and government in PFDJ institutions, encouraging results has been registered. He also called for reinforced participation for better outcome. At the meeting, Mr. Yamane Gabrab, head of political affairs at the PFDJ, gave extensive briefing on the current situation in the homeland. A seminar on identifying tourism sites and their development was held in Karen City on August 5. The seminar included on identifying tourism resources at national and regional level, including archaeological sites, religious places, cultural and traditional diversities, ecological diversity, as well as the significance of peace and security for their development. Indicating that Ansaba region is rich for its tourism resources, Mr. Salim Ali, Director General of Tourism in the region, called on the participants to identify the tourism resources in the region so that they contribute in the development of tourism industry in the country. At the seminar, extensive discussion was also conducted on the current status of social service provision institutions in relation to their contribution in the development of the tourism industry. Pointing out that tourism industry is one of the main development sectors, Ambassador Abdullah Musa, Governor of Ansaba region, called for strengthened participation of the public and stakeholders. Extensive environmental redressing popular campaigns are being conducted in the central and northern Red Sea regions. According to Mr. Mikael Abraham, forestation expert at the Department of Agriculture and Land in the central region, since 7 August, about 15 government institutions and associations are taking part in the popular campaign, and that so far over 50,000 tree seedlings have been planted and over 20 hectares of terraces constructed. In the same vein, the residents of Hutat administrative area in Ginda subzone are conducting soil and water conservation activity, planting tree seedlings as well as roads renovation. According to the report, so far the residents have constructed over 96 kilometers terraces, 975 meter cubic water diversion schemes, and renovated about 12-kilometer dirt road. I'll be back with the international news after this short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Suspected jihadists massacred more than 40 civilians in northern Mali and killed 12 troops in an ambush in neighboring Burkina Faso. More than 40 people were killed on Sunday when terrorists invaded 3 villages near Mali's border with Niger. An army unit had been sent to provide help, but a source in a Malayan NGO said communications with the area were poor after jihadists had attacked telecom sites. Mali, a landlocked and impoverished state in the heart of the West Africa's Sahel, had been battling a jihadist insurgency since 2012. The crisis began with the unrest in the north of that country that spread to Mali's ethnically volatile center and to neighboring Niger and Burkina Faso. Meanwhile, in Burkina Faso, 12 troops were killed and 8 were wounded on the same day in an ambush near the border with Mali. The attack occurred near the village of Donkun in Toani district. The ambush happened around 3 p.m., adding vehicles had been destroyed or captured. The attack was on the revenge for the death of 2 jihadist leaders who were active in the region, who were neutralized by the army forces on Saturday. Russia plans to build 51 more pieces of military infrastructure on the Kuril Islands. This is according to the state TASS news agency, which quoted Russia's defense ministry as saying today, part of the chain is claimed by Japan, and the territorial dispute over some of the islands dates back to the time when the then Soviet Union seized them at the end of the World War II and has kept the 2 countries from signing a formal peace treaty. The ministry said in a statement it has erected more than 30 buildings on the islands, including 7 living quarters for the military servicemen, on Itrup and Kunashir Islands, claimed by Japan and known as the Northern Territories there. It provided no detail on what kinds of buildings it plans to build in the coming years. Following is a recap of our top stories. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. News meeting on implementation of development programs. Suspected jihadists kill 40 villagers in Mali, 12 troops in Burkina Faso. Russia plans to build 51 more pieces of military infrastructure. That was all for tonight. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.